Morning USA. Actually, this is a special kind of late afternoon edition of Good Morning USA. How are all my fellow deplorables doing out there? Anyway, let me get started here. Coffee with a little something or other in it. Just kidding. Anyway, so let's get started with a little bit of, we'll update you a little bit. This is from the Washington Free Beacon. Humanitarian advocates praise Trump's decision to postpone sanctions relief for Sudan. Doctors This is kind of difficult here, doing things in an unusual way. Bear with me. Stand by. Okay, this is from the Washington Free Beacon. Good Morning USA. Once again, this is your host, Mr. Nick. Humanitarian advocates praise Trump's decision to postpone sanctions relief for Sudan. Doctors in South Sudan and aid boost will go straight to buying more weapons. Bear with me here. Aid workers lauded President Donald Trump's decision this week to postpone permanently lifting U.S. sanctions on Sudan as a win for civilians in the country who have suffered through a brutal civil war perpetuated. There appears to be something wrong with this website. Stand by, my friends. Okay. And the Obama administration, I wish I could get back here to the right. Alright, so we were at this. Who have suffered through civil war. Aid workers lauded President Donald Trump's decision this week to postpone permanently lifting sanctions on Sudan as a win for civilians in the country who have suffered through a brutal civil war perpetuated by human rights abuses. Tom Katina, the only doctor permanently based in Sudan's war-torn Nuba Mountains, said the delay will allow the administration time to evaluate whatever President Omar al-Bashir's government has made measurable progress after years of war and abuses. Before leaving office in January, former President Barack Obama issued an executive order temporarily lifting trade sanctions on Sudan during a 6-month review process. The temporary sanctions relief was set to become permanent on Wednesday, but Trump issued a 0-hour executive order extending the deadline by 3 months. The Obama administration pointed to improvements in counterterrorism efforts Sudan as a justification for lifting sanctions. Human rights groups opposed the decision and said al-Bashir has not made progress across all 5 areas of concern required by U.S. sanctions relief, which included providing humanitarian access to civilians and ending funding to South Sudanese military forces who have blocked aid. Katina said said any economic benefits resulting from the U.S. lifting sanctions would likely fail to help the civilian population and would instead line the pockets of government officials and military personnel in the capital of Khartoum. Any economic improvements in the North would not affect our economic situation here. We're totally cut off from the North, continued told the Washington Free Beacon. Our fear is an aid boost to the economy in the North will go straight to buying more weapons, providing more money for government forces to pay for military needs. Within hours after the Trump administration delayed lifting sanctions, al-Bashir announced he was suspending talks with the United States intending to negotiate relief from American sanctions, October 12th. Al-Bashir is wanted by the International Criminal Court on genocide charges linked to the conflict in Darfur that killed over 480,000 people. Sudan has also been labeled a state sponsor of terrorism since 1993, a title shared only with Iran and Syria. I am very grateful that the administration postponed sanctions relief for 3 months. Otherwise, they would have been lifting sanctions on a genocidal government, a government that has blood on its hands, and I think that would have been a moral blot in U.S. history, said former Rep. Frank Wolf, Republican, Virginia, who co-chaired the Congressional Human Rights Caucus during his time in Congress. Last week, a bipartisan group of 50 lawmakers sent letters to the White House calling on President Trump to delay the decision to permanently lift sanctions for a year until he had filled in key Africa appointments in the State Department National Security Council. The president has yet to name a special envoy for Sudan and South Sudan. Let's take a look at that a little bit deeper. I think President Trump made the right decision, and again, that was from the Washington Free Beacon. This is going to be a little bit shorter program today, being I didn't plan this that well. Actually, I wasn't planning on doing one today. Just a special I thought I'd come to you today and check in with some of the new subscribers that I just received. And or repeat subscribers, those of you who had already subscribed and had to resubscribe. But I think President Trump made the right decision in temporarily extending the relief, that executive order, not permanent, because makes more sense to do it temporarily. Then you have leeway. You can go back and change things if needed, which may be needed. Let me give you some weather for the areas. Come on. And again, this is courtesy of WeatherBug International, or WeatherBug from Germantown, Maryland, and I certainly hope they don't mind the plug. Okay, your weather for Traverse City, Michigan. If you live in Traverse City, Michigan, it is 79 degrees, current temperature, high at 80, low 57, and the wind is north at 50 miles an hour with no gusts. Closest lightning strike, if you live in Traverse City, Michigan, is 607 miles. And it looks like it is partly cloudy in Traverse City, Michigan. Your weather for the Eastern Shore, anywhere near Sherwood, Maryland, Easton, that area. Your current temperature is 81, feels like 84, high 89, low 74. Your current winds are north at 9 miles an hour, gusts 12 miles an hour. Your closest lightning strike to you in Sherwood, Maryland is 70, if you live in Sherwood, Maryland, is 73 miles away. Stay alert, please. And it is partly cloudy out there on the Eastern Shore as well of Maryland. Naples, Florida. If you live in Naples, Florida, any of those people that live on the East Coast anywhere, or in the hot spots, Naples, anywhere in Florida, anywhere in Georgia, if your heat index is, pretty hot, then please make sure, watch your temperatures and watch the heat index, and please remember to stay hydrated. Your current temperature for Naples, Florida, if you live in Naples, Florida, is 90. It feels like 99. You have a pretty wild heat index there. So again, please stay hydrated. Your expected high is 90, which you've already attained. Your expected low tonight is 75 degrees. Current closest lightning strike to you, if you live in Naples, Florida, is 60 miles an hour. Please stay alert, as Florida has some of the, in particular Naples, Florida has some of the most, I think they're one of the states with the most cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. So please, again, stay alert for those thunderstorms, and if you live in Naples, Florida, today. Your weather for Clarkson, Georgia, your current temperature is 80 degrees, feels like 85, high in 96, and it appears you are experiencing a thunderstorm right now. Your closest lightning strike is 4.2 miles away. There we go. And by the way, the button was orange, not red, not orange. If the button is orange, it's not quite near you. I mean, it's near you, but it's not quite near you. And there is your closest lightning strike. Okay, I don't know if that worked, but we'll see. And so please stay alert in Clarkson, Georgia. You are experiencing thunderstorms. Your weather for if you live in Big Rapids, Michigan, 78 degrees is your current temperature. Your high is 78. Your low is 51 degrees. Current closest lightning strike to you in Big Rapids, Michigan is 553 miles away. Enjoy your day out there, over there in Big Rapids. For Cadillac, Michigan, your your current temperature is 79. With a high expected of 79, you've attained your high. Your low will be 50 degrees, or approximately 50. Your current closest lightning strike is 592 miles away. No need to panic. Winds at north at 14 miles an hour, no gusts. And if you live in Petoskey, Michigan, your current temperature is 77 degrees, high is 75. Petoskey, you surpassed your high. Your low is 60, roughly. Winds north at 11 miles an hour. Closest lightning strike to you in Petoskey, Michigan is 665 miles away. If you live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, well, near there, temperature current is 84 degrees. Feels like 96 again. With those of you with a high heat index, please stay hydrated. Very important. Your expected high is 91 degrees, and current winds are north at about 5 miles an hour, with gusts up to 15 miles an hour. Current closest lightning strike to you, if you live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, is 61 miles away. Please just stay alert and monitor storms, if any come your way. And for Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, there is a heat advisory. Goes from 11:40 Saturday to 7 p.m. Saturday. So please keep that in mind out there in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Stay safe. Your current conditions for Grand Rapids, Michigan, your current temperature is 77 degrees. Feels like 77, high is 79, low of 57. Current wind 8 miles an hour, gusts west-northwest 14 miles an hour. Your closest lightning strike is 229 miles away. And if you live in Elk Rapids, Michigan, current temperature, your current conditions are 75 degrees, feels like 75, high is 76, low is 63. Winds are 9 miles an hour, north at 9 miles an hour. Closest lightning strike to you is 105 miles away. Still not really a need to panic. Okay. Let's see if I can... Let's see what I can do here. Sorry, folks. Stand by. And hello, I'm back from the short break. Your current high, if you live in northeastern Illinois, is 66 degrees with high expected at 71. A little chilly out there in eastern Illinois, northeastern. Current lightning, closest lightning strike to you is 86 miles away. Again, stay alert. Your winds are north at 13 miles an hour. Looks like you have a partly cloudy day. And we'll talk a little bit more. The next video I do will probably be Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna by next week I'm gonna try to get on permanently early in the morning, or every day every weekday, Monday through Friday in the weekdays, earlier in the morning. But in the next video, next Good Morning USA we would do, I'll follow up on Obama or Obama's plans to subvert the duly elected President of the United States and his administration. Stay tuned for more, friends. This is Mr. Nick for Good Morning USA. Have a great day. God bless you all.